Hey, how's it going, my free-to-play gang? So previously, I've introduced to you me doing 3000 Chronos 10 runs, and what are some of the interesting statistics and results that I got from this 3000 run. So for today's video, let's discuss a little bit about how I feel that you should use your Nexus crystals. Should you be using it for refills or should you be using it for summons? And this is quite an elaborate topic. And of course, this differs greatly between different people. So this is strictly my opinion on how I like to play the game and how I like to achieve certain goals that I already have. So if you do have the same goals as me, then let's get on with the video. But before we get into it, if you haven't already and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot and it tells me whether you're interested in this content or not. Also, subscribing is free and you can always change your mind. Okay, going back to the spreadsheet that I showed you guys in the previous video, this is the Chronos 10 drop rate spreadsheet. Let's take a look at one of the important data over here, which is the effective runs per refill. So this is one of the foundations that I'll be working on for this video. So the cost of one gold record, or rather one summon, is 200 Nexus crystals if you're going to buy it raw straight from the gacha. And we all know that with the stamina revamp, 200 Nexus crystals is equivalently 2 full refills. And each refill gives you 90 stamina. So 2 refills worth of Nexus crystals will give you 180 stamina, which translates somewhat to about 20 ritual runs. But as you can see over here, effective runs per refill, that's not really the case anymore. So every time you do one refill, effectively you're actually gaining 11.2 runs, not 10 runs. And if you do not know what the heck I'm talking about, just check out my previous video that will explain a little bit about it. So effectively, one single gold record, which is worth 200 Nexus crystals, is actually worth about 22.4 runs in the Ritual Miracle. And extrapolating from this number, we can also take a look at how many 6-star relics that we can hope to obtain from these 22 runs. And as you can see over here, we have a 68% chance of gaining one 6-star relic from every single Ritual Miracle run, which means that from the 22 runs that we're going to do from the 2 refills, we can expect to get 14 6-star relics. So now the question is, would you rather do one summon or get 14 6-star relics? To me, the answer is extremely straightforward. I think definitely go with the refill, because one single gold record is probably only going to get you a 3-star Esper, which is pretty much not so useful, especially if you're going towards the end game or like, let's say post mid game, right? And what mid game is probably as soon as you can clear all your content, you're in the mid game. And at that point, why do you really need to summon, right? The truth is, and the reality is, you do not really need to summon after you can clear all the PvE content. You can just work on your relics and improve your PvP gameplay that way. But of course, that's not to say that you have all the units that you need for PvP, and if you truly do not have all the units that you need for PvP, then yes, you may want to consider summoning. And of course, I'll talk a little bit more about like what are some of the PvP units that are very important, very meta in the game right now, probably in a later video, not in this video. So here's my opinion, right? If you're in the early game and you can't even clear your PvE content, then yeah, probably you might want to summon. I think that's probably the smarter move because you can't really use your refills anyway. Or rather, you're not going to be able to refill to do like K10 or A10 runs. And of course, those mean Chronos 10 and APAT 10. But if you're like me and you've already cleared all PvE content, then it's honestly a better use of your currency to just put it into refills instead, because sometimes you do get gold records out of the runs. Like as you can see over here, every 200 runs you could expect to get one gold record. But of course there are other complicating factors such as certain rate up events. Like currently there is a 2x rate up event, and in the next patch, which is probably in about 2 weeks time, there's also going to be another rate up event for 4 new Espers. So at the end of the day, it's really up to you on what your goals are, what your objectives are. Do you want to get new Espers? Is it really so important that you try to aim for something that has like a 1% or a 2% chance to obtain? Or do you want to push your existing units to greater heights? So that'll be it for this video. I hope it was informative. I hope you learned something. I hope I probably convinced you to use your Nexus crystals for refills instead of summoning. I feel like summoning is just a gacha death trap. And if you really want to excel as a free-to-play player, you have to put your resources where it is needed the most. And that is where you can improve your account as much as possible without relying too much on RNG. And I know it's extremely difficult to make that decision as well, but I hope my video can convince you that way. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more DISLYTE content. And this has been free to play, by the way. And as always, I will see you in the next video.